Hey lovelies, I hope your day is going well. I haven't posted a video that's a sit-down vlog in quite a while, and I know that every time I post a sit-down vlog I say that, and every time I post a sit-down vlog I say the thing that I just said about saying that I always say it. Anyways, this is a video that I have been wanting to make for quite some time, but I needed to take the time for myself to be ready to talk about it openly with everybody in my life. If you follow me on Instagram or Snapchat, or you know me in my personal life, you probably already know this. About 2 weeks ago I came out as trans, and when I say trans I mean I came out as a trans male. I am a man, a boy. It's something that I have struggled with my whole life. It's something that I think I've always known, but I wasn't ready to accept it, and I was scared of what it meant for me to come out and what it meant for me to fully be like, hey, I'm a boy, and how it would change everything in my life. And the thing is, it wasn't even that I was afraid of how other people would react. I was more afraid for myself, because when I was a kid, I knew I was a boy. I always loved playing the boy characters whenever I played pretend. My mom used to joke that my sister used to like make me play the boy characters, but I really wanted to. I liked dressing in like the boy section. I felt comfortable being a boy. I did more masculine, like stereotypical gender roles of more masculine things. I was more like a boy, and I felt more comfortable around like hanging out with boys my age when I was a kid. I never really felt comfortable hanging out with like girls. It just didn't feel right. But then you go to school and they kind of get it into your head like, oh, okay, I guess I'm a girl. People keep telling me I'm a girl, so I guess I'm a girl, even though I knew I was a boy. I knew I was a boy. I knew it. I just didn't have the right words to express it. So I pushed myself to be very feminine, and I do enjoy feminine things, don't get me wrong, but part of it I think was compensating for the fact that I knew other people would take me more seriously, see me as my age, and find me attractive if I presented feminine. Because every time I dressed more masculine, people always use the word cute, or they would be like, oh my god, you look like a 12-year-old boy, because I'm small, and because, you know, I was born with a vagina and with estrogen, and I was born with boobs and all that shit. I was born with, biologically, I was born with that stuff. And when I was 15, when I came out as gender fluid, I really just wanted to come out as a boy. But I was really afraid, and so for me that was a stepping stone. Obviously not for everybody. I am someone who identified as non-binary, and I 100% believe that non-binary genders are valid, and that there are people who identify as non-binary and who are non-binary. For me it was more of like a safe zone. I didn't have to be a girl, I didn't feel like a girl, and this was a space where I could present any way I wanted to and still not fully be out. It was like a safe space for me, because I was fortunate enough to have people in my life who were accepting of that and who like took the time to learn and educate themselves on what non-binary means and what it meant for me. So I continued to dress kind of more masculine when I first came out. I felt more comfortable. I felt like 100% more like myself. I felt more confident and more attractive to myself, and I think other people were drawn to me because I felt more confident, and I think people could tell that I was more confident with myself and more secure and happier. But when I started to realize that I felt like a boy, just a boy, and be like, wow, I really want to go on hormones, I want to have a deep voice, I want to transition, I got scared again. And I realized for a fact that it was a huge thing and a very overwhelming thought for me at 15, and so I pushed it back down. And I just couldn't accept it. I couldn't handle it. It was too much. And then I went on and I presented really feminine because I realized that if I presented feminine, people would find me attractive, because I base a lot of my self-worth on how other people view me, and also on I have based it a lot around my really romantic relationships, and so I realized for a fact that nobody was going to take me seriously or find me attractive if I looked like a boy or if I dressed masculine, because everybody's like, oh my god, you look so young, you look like a 12-year-old boy. And that hurts. Like, that's the kind of shit that hurts, especially when you're trans and nobody knows. Like, that tears you up inside. So I pushed it down. I repressed it well enough to completely just not really realize what was going on. I also feel like it's part of the reason why I struggled a lot with my body, and I struggled a lot with feeling connected to my body. I never felt like my body was mine. I was very disconnected with all of this, and I dissociated a lot, and I think it really started when I started to realize I was trans. And it's so weird because I didn't even realize it was so suppressed in my head, and now everything makes sense. Yeah, and so about a month or two ago, I had one morning where I woke up and I sat with myself and I let myself kind of just get in tune with my body, and the thought of, hey, you're a boy, you are trans, just like came to me. I finally let myself feel it. I finally let the truth of who I am kind of settle, and I could accept it, and I could let that thought, let myself accept that, and it was really freeing. Especially because the months leading up to that, I was watching a lot of videos from trans creators like Chase Ross and Ty Turner, and like all these trans guys talking about their experiences, and I just resonated with it and connected with it, but I didn't understand why. And now I do. Now I know. And this is sort of the thing of like people being like, well, if you don't know when you're a kid, then how do you know? And I did know, I just didn't have the words. And then by the time I did have the words, there was so much pressure and societal norms and body image things going on that consumed me, and I didn't have the ability to even comprehend the fact that I am trans. I am a boy, and I've always known. So this is my coming out video. Hopefully that made sense. I am, however, going to be switching YouTube channels. I am posting this video on my main channel that I've been using for the past like 4 or 5 years, as I've discovered myself, and now at 18 as a trans man, I am going to switch channels to document my transition and my experience of being trans, and talk about it a lot, and also vlog my life and do videos like I did on this channel, and sing and make music and make art. But now that I'm out, I feel like I can make content again. I can really be myself, and I feel much more confident. I'm way happier. Yeah, I'm so much happier. I'm just, yeah. Anyways, so let me introduce myself to you guys. Hi, I'm Sebastian. I'm a musician. I make coffee for a living. I love art and creating things. I do pole dancing, and I am trans. I am a boy. I am a man. I use he, him pronouns, and yeah. So if you would like to follow my journey of me talking about being trans, my transition, all of that sort of stuff, as well as just see content that I enjoy making, I'm going to link my channel below. That channel is going to be called It's Sebs, and you are more than welcome to follow it. You don't have to. That's pretty much where I'm only going to be posting content now. I'll also be linking my social media. I'm very active on Instagram and Snapchat if you want to check that out. Oh my god, I feel like such a typical YouTuber. Check out my stuff in the box below. But yeah, I'm very excited, and I hope you guys are excited too. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.